No, sir, I do not drive the
Oh, you don't
bus.
drive the bus.
No,
You
sir.
in the office telling
Yes,
people where to
sir.
go.
Exactly.
Look at
I'm
that.
supervising.
Ain't that something? But you actually drive the bus?
I am a driver,
Okay,
yes.
okay. So now the kids, when you see them in the morning, do parents come out there with them anymore? How does that work? I've never ridden the bus either. So what's the mindset of that? Like the parents got to get your kid out there on the bus stop, or y'all pick them up, knock on the door, or y'all blow a horn, or
No,
how that
we
work?
don't knock on the door. We
Okay,
don't blow the horn.
okay,
But we pull up to the stop on time. And most of the time, the parents are out there
okay.
with the students, especially with the elementary kids.
Yeah, yeah. And so then they give you their babies.
Right.
Woo
They
wee!
trust me with their babies.
That is an awesome responsibility, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So then, so is there anything we should do as parents, like at that moment? Should we not be on the curb? Should we tell them don't get in the street? Tell us. I mean, what should we do as parents while we waiting on y'all? What could we possibly be doing?
Exactly what you said.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
get in the way of the bus.
Okay.
Stand still. Let the bus come to a complete stop. Do not allow the children to run around at the bus stops. Talk to their children about bus safety.
Okay.
Making sure the bus, like I said, has come to a complete stop before they even approach the bus.
Be-
Look out for the stop sign.
Yeah.
Do
Y'all still have the
not.
stop sign?
Yes.
That little thing pop out on the side. That means so.
Yes.
That still
Yeah,
means
that
so.
means stop.
Nina.
Don't allow your students to cross the street.
Okay. Okay.
You wait on the bus to
Okay.
let the stop sign out, and also for the driver to let them know that it's okay. But most of the time, we will make like a double stop.
Okay.
I'll go up the block, make a turnaround, and come back. So it's safer to pick the child up on the other side
Okay. Yeah.
versus them walking across the street.
Oh, look at that! Look how
Yeah.
considerate that is. And police are really serious about that too. When y'all don't stop, you really can get into trouble about that. So parents, I was just being facetious, and I encourage you whenever you see that stop sign to stop because again, kids don't know. They gonna do what they gonna do. And I was gonna say that about running up to the bus, especially if they like you as a person. Oh, miss, what should tell me your name again?
Sharonda.
No, Sharonda. They just running, trying to get to you. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They don't understand the dangers that may come with that. So that's why parents, we have to be, on top of our game and not on the phone and not engaged in something else while the kids come. I ain't scared of y'all. Let me put my face on here. I ain't scared of y'all. So, I'm sorry, John. So to make sure parents, we do that for our babies. All right. So once they get on the bus now, and I don't know if it's changed or not, but there were no seatbelts back in the day. Is it kind of the same? You just have to sit in a way. What's that about? What's that
So
about?
the special need buses are equipped with seatbelts and car seats for the smaller
Okay.
children, but the gen ed buses don't have seatbelts. And I looked at something some years ago online. It's actually a video on YouTube where it
Mm-hmm.
talks about the seats on the school bus. The seats are designed so high because it's safe for the children to sit
Okay.
inside those tall seats.
Yeah, the
So
safety
it's
is built into the seat, so to speak,
hmm
as opposed
it's
to
not a
kids getting
problem
on
with
it.
the big buses
Yeah.
not having seatbelts.
Okay, but again, there's still responsibility for kids to sit down.
Yes,
Yeah.
So,
most
what do
definitely.
you say to parents about what should we tell our kids once they get on the bus? What I know you tell them, but sometimes we need to tell them too. What should we be telling them? What you tell them? Sit down, be
Sit down.
still. I mean,
Sit
in a
down.
very pleasant way, of course.
Right,
Hello,
right,
beautiful children.
right,
Would you please have
right.
ACT? But what should we as parents say the same thing? What do you say so we can say it?
Tell your children to cooperate with the driver.
Okay,
So the
okay,
bus, we do have rules on the bus,
okay.
and we go over the rules at the beginning of the year. Sometimes we have to stop in the middle of the year, throughout the year and
Can you
let
give us
them,
a couple of them? So,
yeah, hold the handrail.
okay,
Once you coming up the steps, you
okay,
always got to hold the rail going up and down.
okay.
Make sure your hands are free of any
Because you could
object so
trip
that
on
you
the steps and
slip,
stuff.
trips, and falls. Yes, once you get on the bus, if you have an assigned seat, please sit in your assigned seat
Okay,
because Chevy Can has this nice thing called a seating chart, right?
okay,
So we have
okay.
to write down where the children are sitting, so we need them to sit in their assigned seats. All the parents love for the children to sit on the first seat. That's not possible.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
parents will come to the bus and say, "I want my
Could he
baby
sit up
right
there?
here."
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Everybody can't sit on the first seat, but yeah, sit in their assigned seats. Stay out of the aisle. Keep the noise low
Okay.
because it's a safety issue. The driver has to pay attention to the road.
Yeah.
Um, just basically follow the rules. No cell phones on the bus. No record. No loud music. No profanity.
Okay.
It's a long list of rules,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
those are just a few.
Yeah, and parents, a lot of common sense rules too. And sometimes, again, as I said about them running up to the bus, sometimes the kids just don't understand how one small move, how them running could distract the driver that's trying to, conduct the lives of all these kids. So
Right.
it's important that everybody, and sometimes I want to say this to the parents also, that, you know, No, I ain't. That's all. I'm gonna let that go. But yeah, all right. So from your standpoint, you're scheduling buses. You schedule. What do you do every day?
No, I don't schedule buses. Our schedules actually come from Shelby County, from the district.
Okay.
And what I do is oversee the operation to make sure that the drivers are leaving a lot on time as well as getting to the stops on time. And if a driver have a problem with getting to his or her stop on time, they're to call into dispatch so dispatch can call out to get some more assistance, or we need to call the parents, we have to call the school, and we also have to call the district as well as sending an email. We have to over communicate if we're running late, you know, if we're running behind. So I pretty much oversee the operations of the drivers, making sure that they're getting to their schools on time
Yeah.
and stops on time.
If I was a parent and I was late and y'all had left my child, do I get to call you and tell them to come back?
That's not exactly how it goes, but so what happens is some drivers might tend to get to a stop earlier than was scheduled, and if they get to a stop early and they left that student, a parent call and say, hey, he came early and the pickup's not until 6:42, but he came at 6:30, and we can pull it up on a path report just to see, and then I will request for that driver to go back, you know, because the driver already know that he or she have to get there at the pickup time, even if they're late. They still have to just give the children a minute or whatever, because it's your fault, the reason why you're late. Because sometimes the students might leave and go back home, and a parent will call, and we'll pull up the GPS, and it might be true. And so we will send them back because no students left behind.
All right, that's what's up. And so now I know this is ask Tasha because this is the part where for Phil Jackson and these guys in basketball, the hardest part to building a championship team is the recruiting. You know what I mean? If you don't have the talent, it doesn't matter how great a coach is. It doesn't matter how many rules you got on the thing. It doesn't matter how many times. So what kind of thought pattern does First Student take into consideration for people? And then are there still opportunities available for good people that are at home listening to us right now?
So we are always recruiting for drivers.
Okay.
All year long. We are looking for individuals that love to engage students, that take the responsibility of transporting students safely important, and they understand that this is a critical job.
Yeah.
We offer training. We require them to pass background tests, drug tests, things of that nature, and then we offer trainings throughout the year as well once you become a recruiter. But essentially, we're looking for people that understand that this is a critical issue in terms of transporting students to and from school safely.
Yeah. And is this any kind of special licensing they would need, or do they get that with you, or what? How does that work?
Yeah, so you do require a CDL. However, if you do not have a CDL, we provide paid training. So if you apply, you pass the first phase of the interview process, and then we can, once you pass that, you can enroll into CDL training, and we offer that. And it's paid training as well.
Yeah. So if you just got a good heart, good background, you can learn everything else.
Absolutely. We can take care of you.
Yeah,
You will you will understand why we're first for a reason once you start this process.
That's
Gotta
what's
add
up.
it. Gotta add it.
All right. First week of school, how's it been so far? What have you heard?
It's been amazing. All of our buses have been on time. We have had really good feedback from our principals. Actually, I saw Principal Holland leaving the station as I was entering from White Station High School. She's had nothing but good reports. Everything has been good. So we are super excited about the remainder of this week and the remainder of this school year.
Wow. And so, oftentimes, sometimes when something go wrong, we would hear about stuff. You see what I'm saying? Somebody on the bus, whatever. But, man, I just want to normalize celebrating the things that go right. And so far this year, a lot has gone right. And let's get her the microphone back as we wrap this up. Any final shouts out you want to give to anybody? Any final last words you want to give to people? Because you rode the bus and now you driving the bus. So you really seen both sides of it. So talk to us one last time.
I want to shout out when I say all, I mean all of the SES students.
Yeah.
The ones that ride the bus and the ones that don't ride the
Okay.
bus. Because without them, what would we be doing?
That's what's
And
up.
those babies are our future. So shout out to Shelby County School students, the bus riders. Let's have an awesome school year. Follow the rules of the bus, please.
All right. Yes, ma'am. And you'll get the final word.
I would like to shout out all the drivers that's transporting these precious cargoes because without them, we couldn't do it. So shout out to all the first student drivers.
That's what's up. And y'all got, is it equally men, women, more women than men? Have you ever even thought
We
about
have
it?
more women.
Yeah,
We have more
yeah,
women drivers.
Yeah. I like more women cooks than men cooks, so
Not coming
Hey.
in.
The men are coming in.
they coming in.
We're hiring men. We're hiring fellas.
Which is why I'm giving you the last word. So what's the first entry point? How do we even find out what's available and how do we start?
Please go to, if you're interested in becoming a professional school bus driver, please go to www.workatfirst.com, and then you'll scroll down and click on
You said work at first?
.com.
WRKAT?
WR.
FRST? Work at first. Okay.
Workatfirst.com, and then you'll click on school bus driver, and submit your application. That'll start their process, and then it will go over to our recruiting office, and then we'll contact you from there and get the process going. Workatfirst.com.
Okay. And I could be working in less than 3 weeks, a couple of weeks, or at least I can be in the class.
You'll be in the class.
You'll be in the
a
class.
couple of weeks. If I already got a CDL though, I still got to go through the class.
You just still go through the
Take some
professional part, training.
I'm already a professional later.
That's fine. We'll make you the first
Mo
professional.
professional.
First student.
More
First-
professional. First student's way.
Mike, I just wanted
Yes, ma'am.
to remind parents.
Okay.
Make sure that you all engage your bus driver. Parents, know who your driver is. Take a
Okay.
moment if you can to meet your driver. You would it would be a disservice to miss out on missing a person like Sharonda Wiseman, knowing who this special woman is and how she skillfully and carefully transports students. Even students that have language barriers.
Okay.
You know, being intentional about trying to understand. The babies that speak Spanish. Communicating with their parents or what have you. She's very intentional about just taking care of her students. So please, parents, get a chance to know your drivers. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out to First Student and we will assist you as best as possible. But please, parents, take a moment to know who's transporting your babies to and from school. Work
Yeah.
with us as we work with you.
So even if you call her, you can say Sharonda's name because you already know
Yes.
her name. You don't have to say some driver, she was tall, she was a girl, or, you can say the person's name. But go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to reiterate that. That's
Okay.
really important because that builds that relationship, and I appreciate 88.5 for allowing First Student to come even on the radio because we are a big part of this community,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're the first touch, if you will, before our students go to school, and so we try to be as intentional as possible on really affirming students as they enter our buses and encouraging them as they exit our buses just to have an amazing day.
Yeah.
So thank you for allowing us to be a part of this community
Well,
and
you can pay us.
connecting with the
You
community.
can pay us back by getting First Choice, put radios and all the buses, put them on 88.5, so when the wheels of the bus go round and round. All right. Hey, thank you, ladies, so very much, y'all. It is check your time. It is 9:41. Kavan J is coming up at the top of the hour to keep you company during your midday, and Kathy Hart from 1 until 4. Your brother from another mother, John Best from 4 until 7, and I'll see you bright and early for Flashback Friday tomorrow morning. You have a wonderful, safe, and blessed rest of this day. Keep it right here on the only station you and your family can agree on, 88.5 FM.